I answered the call. Hello? Elizabeth? Is here. What? Elizabeth, you're breaking up? Here. Who's here? I asked again. Sophia? Completely freeze as my body breaks out in a cold sweat. My brain tells me to run as my heart hammers in my chest. I am at a loss for words. My shock brings a quietness within, a moment to feel my emotions change gear and girder my soul for what is to come. I turn, but too slowly to be normal. Fuck me dead. Trey. He was still the kind of handsome that got into your bones, that spoke to you of olden times before he said a word. He had buzz cut his black hair and dark down eyes that in this moment we re pleasant, but I knew they could rain hell. It's been too long. Soph. How have you been? He opened his arms for a hug, and when I didn't move, he came closer to me, making me back away. I accidentally bumped into a woman, and once she was gone, I was trapped. Panic switches off my brain. Stop! I demanded, hoping my voice was stronger than I felt. I don't want to talk to you. Don't come any closer. Soph, don't be that way, he said, clearly getting annoyed by my demand. But he was playing it cool under a smile that wanted to rip my head off for not being obedient. My heart wanted to leap out of my chest like a rabbit running for its life. Trey stood 6 feet tall and had to clearly been hitting the gym by his muscles. If he wanted to hurt me, he would have no problem doing that. Hey Sophia, this one? Oliver asked, coming to stand in front of Trey, blocking him from my view. He had found my bag. Yeah, I said, making direct eye contact with Oliver, and then I mouthed, don't leave me with him. Oliver nodded his head and grabbed my hand. You found my bag. Hi, Trey said, trying to get our attention. I think we should go find Elizabeth and Shane, Oliver said, taking both our bags in one and leading me away from Trey. The second Oliver wasn't there to physically block Trey, he grabbed my arm and pulled me back. On instinct, I pushed my elbow into his chest, making him let me go. And that was the final straw. For Oliver, do you not understand? She's not interested. So keep your fucking hands to yourself. And who are you? Trey challenged. The two men sized each other up, and as tensions rose, the friction became palpable in the air. You don't have to explain anything to him. Let's go, I said, more than ready to run away from the situation. Please? I just wanted to say hi, Trey smirked. Do it again and I'll break your damn arms. Is that a threat? It's a promise, and without another word or thought, Oliver collected our things, pulled me close to him, keeping his arm on my waist as we headed for the taxi collection area. I feel as if my lungs aren't there as I try to bring air in. I can feel my muscles straining, and the thoughts in my head turn from fear to a dizzy confusion. Just breathe. Just like you did on the plane. I focus on what Oliver was saying more than anything else around me. And when I do, I start breathing with a sense of gratitude. It is as if the storms inside me are silent, as if he was the eye. Once we were outside of the airport, I felt better, like I could finally truly breathe again. I stood again the building and calmed myself. Oliver patiently waited in front of me. I promise you, I am not this dramatic all the time. I take it we just saw your ex? Yeah, I didn't even know he was coming. I didn't even know Michelle invited him. I feel like I've been sucker punched, I confessed. You know he did that on purpose, Oliver said, taking my hand. What, made an ass himself of himself? Waited for you to be alone to approach you. Yeah, that sounds like Trey. I exhaled hard. Thank you for stepping in. Anytime, assholes like that need to be put in their place, Oliver responded, making me smile. Sophia! Elizabeth shouted, coming outside, practically running over to us with Shane right behind her, pushing a metal cart with their bags. Did you get my messages? I think I know what they were about. That butthole. I can't believe he had the nerve to show up. It made me so mad just seeing him. I wanted to. Elizabeth switched to Italian when she was super mad. Honey, let's not make a scene, Shane encouraged. But if we need to, we will. I loved Elizabeth and Shane. Outside of my parents, they were the only ones that knew. Trey was an actual monster, mostly because after one particularly brutal night, when I came back to my dorm with a black eye, Elizabeth took care of me. If it wasn't for her, I probably would have never told my parents what was going on. I love you guys. Let's just get to the resort. Trey is not going to ruin this wedding or this week, I said, more determined than ever to follow through on a promise to myself.